Hello, this is Audrey.
This is Paul.
This is week 3 of level 3 at Wednesday Night Hop on April of 2010 plus 7. And we're working on spins, turns, and dynamic redirections.
Okay, so today we did some more hip catch things, and then we built up layer by layer, step by step, baby steps, all the way to our fancy big move that we demoed in week 1.
Yep. So we started from a 6-count basic. So again, our purpose was to show you weight shift with your partner and communicating with your partner. And so we're building up, being conscious of each other's movements with the 6-count linear circle. 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we added in a spin. And we added 2 versions of this spin. We added single time, step, 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 and half time, step, and step, and pull. And here are both of those. That's the half time, and that's the single time one.
So this is very similar to what we did both last week and the week before with the slower turn with the 8-count tuck turns and then 6-count tuck turns.
Yep. And then we said the free spin is essentially what we would follow as a lead to be able to catch the hip. Again, this is a redirection and a momentum absorption. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 5, boom. And here we're catching. And this is just like the hip catch from last week, except it's the opposite hip this time.
Yeah.
And so what I'm doing as a lead is I'm allowing the follow to rotate in the free spin, and then I'm following them with my body and absorbing with my left hand and then catching.
So watch if I were to do a free spin as a follow, what I do between the free spin versus the hip catch version.
Let's show the free spin first, and then we'll show the hip catch freeze. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 1. Okay, and here it is with Audrey not knowing whether we're going to stop or not. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7.
I'm technically still going this way. I just got caught here.
Okay, so then we moved on to absorbing that and redirecting it back the opposite direction. So here's what that looks like. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 1, 2, catch. Now you might recognize this catch from last week where we did this kind of a catch here. We did 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the exact position that we're going into for this week as well. We're catching on that hip. So we've absorbed across, and then this is just like I was leading with the hand last week, except I'm leading with the hip this week. And then I'm catching across with that hand.
Yep. And then we're back in familiar territory from last week, and then we said you can either free spin, exit out, which is what we did last week, or we could grab on the opposite hip, and then you can end up with a different absorption, which is what we worked on this week.
Yep, and the different absorption was a replacement of my hand. So if Audrey's weight is here, as soon as the follow starts spinning in, I'm going to replace with my right hand, and I'm going to end up with a side-by-side position with my hip essentially in front and the follow's hips behind me. Here it is from a different side. Here, I'm going to catch here, here, and then from this side, I'm going to catch, wrap here, and then last side. Catch here. And you can think of going into that by just standing side by side, and then step out and absorb behind.
Yeah, and it's really important to note that neither of us are artificially placing our bodies or our hips or feet in this specific orientation. It's necessary for this move, for this partnership to work with the momentum and the absorption.
So here's the complete move from the 6-count mini circle from 2 different orientations. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And then,
yep.
And then here's another angle. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And then we showed how this is basically what we do when we do it with the swing out, except instead of taking 2 counts to go into that pivot and absorb, we do 1 count. So here it is with the swing out. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1. And then we can pop out the exact same way. And here it is from another side. We didn't work on this, but we showed that you can work on this yourself. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1. And then come out.
Yep. So that was this week, and next week we're gonna keep building, Great job today. Thank you guys. And we will see you for one more gushy session.
Bye-bye.